Hello, I'm Martin Fencka and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Civilization 5 as France. So at the end of the previous episode we declared war on Sofia. Unfortunately, a turn before that, Sofia decided to change its alliance. Well, decided. Sofia had nothing to do with it. England took over from Portugal, which means with the attack on the city-state, we really pissed them off. So I probably should keep an eye on what's going on in the north, just in case England decides to do something really stupid. Question is, can we even do anything about it if England attacks us? Like, how are we doing around here? We have a castle. We could fade by Stupa. Just noticed that we don't have that one yet. But I think that's it. Like, there's nothing else for us to do. We probably don't need to work the specialists. I think this is okay. I'm not gonna log these tiles yet, because when I repair everything around here, I may give these tiles to Espo, but we'll see about that. I'm even thinking about maybe raising Espo at some point, because it really doesn't give us much. Well, I mean, it doesn't give us much. It gives us incense, which at this point is still relevant. Although if we succeed with the attack on Sweden on the other side, then the city becomes kind of irrelevant. We may maybe give it back to Sweden if we vassalize Sweden, but that's pretty far away. I guess it depends on what England decides to do. I can't really say what exactly is going to happen here. For now, I would like to keep it. I would like to stay at peace with England, vassalize Sweden, but I have a feeling the AIs are probably gonna force me to change my plan or adjust my plans. Okay, enough talking. Let's focus on Sofia. Now, we have a social policy. I couldn't decide about these two for a long time, but I think I should try to keep our happiness above 50%. So I'll go equality. There we go. It made quite a significant difference. So I'm not sure if you will be able to keep it above 50 for like a long time, but it will definitely be easier with equality. It's basically impossible without it. I'll probably also start locking the growth in some of our cities. Not sure where. I could probably lock Orleans, to be honest. What do we want here? Do we want a guild here? I don't think so. Let's see. We are working all the relevant tiles. I still want to keep working the library and university for, or until we at least get the sign. Well, actually, no. Maybe we don't have to do it, because we get the scientist somewhere else earlier, so this one won't be coming in 30, this one will be coming in like 30 plus. So if I unlock this, lock the production, then do we need the production? That's another question. Like, what do we want to get here? There's nothing. Yeah, let's just lock the growth here. This is one city that we settled for the wonder. We don't really need anything else from it. I will probably unlock it later, but for now we are fine. Maybe I should have done this off camera. Here, let's see, if we stop working this, how long until we grow? We should grow very soon, right? 3 turns. So we can wait for size 14, then look the city and work the Writers Guild. We don't even need to work the Forge, I think. Especially when we get the the horses. So we would unlock the forge, unlock the horses. And eventually, when we get the second engineer slot, we would switch maybe the Writer's Guild for a while to get an engineer. We are not that far. Okay, so let's wait 3 turns. Would this change in any way? It would. Five 12, 5 11. Not really a huge difference. Okay, let's work the Writer's Guild then. What about you? If we're gonna attack Sweden, or if, when we declare on Sweden again, it's actually possible that Sweden declares on us immediately after the peace treaty ends, or ends, when it's possible. So in, how long is that actually? Like 10 turns, 9 turns. Yeah, it's possible that Sweden declares in 9 turns because the peace treaty that we currently have is really bad for them. We are basically taking all of their money. We don't really need this mine. Let's build more roads. Next. Do we want to grow this city? What are we working on? Artist Guild. So we could take, let's see, these two, work the guild, which means we want to grow one more time. I kind of want to work the mine. Ideally, I would like to get the size 14. So we'll see how the happiness situation looks like in a few turns. Okay, next. Where are our siege weapons? We have 2 here. The only thing that's hitting us is the city, and there's no way that the city deals 55 damage with one shot, so we can stay here for one more turn that will allow us to heal this cannon a little bit more. Then we switch, attack with the crossbowman once. Okay, we are fine. Okay, moving here is nonsense. We are in position. Now we just keep hitting the city. Fortify you. We want to build roads. all over the place, basically. We even thinking about building the road here. But if we do that, it's gonna be lost. But for now, these two tiles, we should be able to finish the roads before the war starts. It's gonna be close, but we should be able to make it. We'll have one more shuttle. So we can take this guy, work the shuttle, and that's enough? Thinking maybe we could work even less food, but all the tiles of it food also have other yields that I want to keep working. Okay, let's quickly build the shrine, then we're gonna get the grocer and then a garden, or maybe even garden first. Probably the garden before the grocer. You don't really need the grocer. I'd also like to work the scientist, but we do have enough food for that as well. That slows down the production by a turn or two. You know what? One more citizen. With one more citizen, we will have enough to work all four specialists and the chateau. Then we lock the growth. Here, what do we want to do here? We want to work the forge. I want to get as much production here as possible, so eventually we're gonna have a chateau on one of the... actually, we can't have it here, so there is most likely gonna be a chateau here. I may give the stone back to the city, so we want to keep growing. We want to work the forge. Eventually, I'll even start working the library and the university. Yeah, this city can keep growing forever, I think. We will need the garden eventually, but that can wait. I might even get the public works next or more units. Basically anything but the garden. Really don't like this. Can England, where is it, declare on Sweden? I don't think so. Declare war on Sweden. Diplomatic situation prevents this action, yeah. It sucks that we don't have a general. I'd love to have a citadel here. Next. Let's take one more musketeer. We may need replacements here. because at some point I will start hitting the city with the melee units as well. What happened here? Salt, citrus. We probably want this deal back. It's gonna be quite expensive for us, but we need as many deals as possible with England to make it less likely that she's gonna attack. Yeah, build that. Casus belli would be fine. Confucianism, we don't care. And banning copper. I'm actually not sure if we have copper or not, like if we are importing it from somewhere, but it's not our resource. So whatever, I guess. What else happened here? Just the two luxuries. Okay, England.
Oh, it's you. You were saying?
Yep. It's gonna be like 12 gold per turn. 11, 10, oh, 10. I'm gonna do it because I really have a bad feeling about like what she can do. She has been pretty unpredictable and aggressive the whole time, and now she actually has more than one reason to attack us. So if this deal prevents that from happening, great, definitely worth 10 gold per turn. If she attacks anyway, then we get our money back, so this deal is actually fine for us.
I suppose.
We'll probably play it safe and switch. Now because we have replacement, we can poke the city here. That's probably all. I'm already thinking about the defense here if England attacks, because she has ships of the line everywhere, and look at them. Uh, okay, let's keep fixing these. What do you want to fix first, the forests or the hills? Well, both. How long until we get metallurgy? 18 turns. We have 7,500 gold. I should probably do something with it. The question is what? How much? Or can we even buy caravels? We can for 500. Galasses are for 20, so if I buy a Galas here, how much room do we have for units? We have more than enough. I'm gonna buy one more Galas next turn, I think. Not that it would really save our ass one, or when if England attacks, but it could maybe. Let's do one more Caravel and next turn one more Galas in Paris. Next. Defensive pact with Poland. Holy crap, yes. Because can it drag us into wars that we are not interested in? It doesn't feel like Poland wants to fight Portugal. It might be possible that it could drag us into a war with England, but I think that would have to be a war that Poland started. Excuse me. And I don't feel like Poland wants to start any wars. If England attacks anyone, I'm convinced it will be either us or Sweden when she can. And if this drags us, well, if it drags us into wars with, like, what would be the biggest problem? Spain. But I think we are far enough from Spain that even if it happens, Spain won't be able to send any like coordinated naval attack. There might be some ships here and there, but I don't think that there will be suddenly a massive Spanish fleet showing us near our cities. It's too far. Oh. How did this happen? That's interesting. That's really good. Poland can't really help with this war. Or can't. It's a very... No, there is no way that Poland helps with this war. I hate seeing this. I know what he's gonna do. He's gonna send the general here and pop him. With that, we'll lose the incense. And without incense, I might even just start raising the city immediately. No, that's not what I wanted. You can go there. You can go there. There's a small chance that he pops the general here, but he wouldn't gain anything from it. It's gonna do so much more damage when he pops him here. Poland and England no longer friends. That's interesting. Okay, now I think we want to improve the hill and finally finish. Oh, it's still gonna take a while. And work as little food as possible. 49%. That dropped a little faster than I expected. Fortify. What was it that I wanted to do? Galas, I think, right? Come on, show me the hit points. There, 175. We have 3 shots from cannons. How many hit points do you have? 30. You might be able to take the city next turn. How does the peace treaty looks like? 6 turns, so we have time. Next. This is gonna be an interesting turn.
By the grace of God, your days.
Oh, it's even more interesting than I thought. Okay. She declared. That means it drags Poland into the war. Yep. As expected. Okay, so these tiles are no-go for us. The moment we show a unit on the coast, it's dead. So we can only use... The problem is we can't get to this tile. I don't even care that much about... I mean, it's relevant that we lost the incense, but for this war, losing this tile is so much more relevant because this is suddenly so safe for a cannon. It can be two. There can be cannons here, and we can't do shit about them. So we need to finish the courthouse, and after that, maybe switch to defense. What the hell? How much did he heal? He healed like 20 plus hit points. Not good enough though. Okay, fingers crossed that the city didn't get completely destroyed. I think this is fine. We'll still have to rebuild a few things. Maybe even the arena first, then barracks. Okay, so do we have enough units to attack Sweden and defend against England? Because we have to defend here, we have to defend here, we have to defend here. I'm pretty sure there'll be ships coming soon. And I have no idea if we can defend this. Like, if she really throws all of her ships at us, we are fucked. Or all of her ships. If it's like organized attacks, if she takes, I don't know, 10 ships, we are in trouble. We can't do anything about that. I'm hoping that Poland will keep at least some ships busy, though I have a bad feeling about Krakow. How many cities does she have? 38 tags, 12 cities, 42 tags, and 11. No, that's 7 cities. Yeah, Poland is kind of small. Ahead, but kind of small. Sweden may not have enough units to attack here. He is at war with... Oh, he's not at war with England. We need them to start fighting as well. That would protect our flank. Although, at this point... She denounced him. They denounced each other. So, for a while, they can't become friends. They will hopefully start fighting. We needed these wars earlier, like maybe 70 turns earlier would be amazing. The game was peaceful for too long. The AIs had too much time to focus on development and nothing else. Okay, we are annexing you, 38%. That is low. We lost two luxuries from her, so that's the reason why our happiness dropped so much. Together with the new city, that's a lot of unhappiness coming at the same time. And we can't, unfortunately, buy anything. With so many wars, it's quite surprising that no one has luxuries for sale, because the amount of potential trading partners is shrinking for everyone with more wars. And we even have sanctioned Sweden, but no one has anything for sale. I'll have to keep an eye on that. We need one, maybe two more luxuries, ideally. Okay, musician. Well, there's only one thing we can do with the musician. Writer. Hmm. It's like 5.5 turn. But we also have 40% bonus because we just conquered the city. So our actual income is like 210-ish. And I think we want to get fraternity as soon as possible. Also, getting the finisher won't be the worst thing ever. Our income is limited. It will be horrible when the next war with Sweden starts. So getting some extra gold here and there from the finisher, that'll be useful. It's actually making me nervous. Our income is gonna be so bad. And I can't finish metallurgy and switch to banking to get banks as soon as possible. I need to get navigation. If you don't get navigation in time, if you don't get navigation as soon as possible, we'll definitely lose to England eventually. It might be already too late. We will get a scientist, so that will help, but still. We will probably get like 1,000 points here. That's an interesting question. Do we try to get the golden age? Or try to get closer to golden age? Because I don't really care about great works. If we survive, then we will get our great works from conquered cities eventually. You know what? Let's make a cut here. There is suddenly so much to think about. How much time do we have before the potential war with Sweden? 5 turns. In those 5 turns, it would be great if these two started fighting. I also have to think about the attack here, if there is even a chance to attack the city. I'd have to. There is a river, right? This river is so annoying. How far are we from Stockholm? Far enough, so we could probably just cut the road here. And then this territory would basically become ours. By that I mean, if we cut the road here, there is no way that Sweden ever gets units to the area, which means we can move through it kind of freely. If we want to do that, we'll have to take over the control over this area, which might not be that difficult. Sweden still doesn't have corvettes and caravels. The thing is, how close is he to Karolians? 37. Well, we'll find out next time. I have a bad feeling about this. It's a little too overwhelming. The England with the war with England is really bad. She has all of the tools that she needs right now. She'll have +1 range musketmen everywhere. She has ships of the line, so we probably won't even be able to hold around here for too long, at least not without losses. If she decides to go our coastal cities, especially this one, we are fucked. And even if I can hold here and I would sacrifice Espoo, which I might do, then even that might not be enough for us to break the defense here. Because I would be willing to trade the vassalization basically of Sweden for Espoo that would either get pillaged or would belong to England for a while. That would be acceptable. But I'm not sure that I can do that. If England breaks through, we will lose the north, like the whole thing. And that's too much. But yeah, as I said, we will find out next time. For today, we are done. So I hope that you like this episode. I hope that you're going to join me next time again. And until then, have a good time. Bye bye.